Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the importance of customer service and how we can practice it more at the bar. First, we're going to talk about the kind of problem that I've seen with customer service, what we can do to fix it, and then finally we're going to talk about the importance of it, that way everybody's on the same page. I want to start first by reading a few Yelp reviews that weren't necessarily the best and could be giving people the wrong impression about our bar. The first one says, as a first timer coming to the place, I didn't feel very welcome. The second one says, the bartender was cute, but needs to smile more and pay attention to her guests. The gentleman next to me kept getting her attention for me because he was a regular. I also forgot to ask for blue cheese when I ordered and expected to get it when my wings were delivered. But she dropped my wings off and took off. Didn't ask me how I was until I literally was taking my last bite. And finally, our last one talks about the extreme difference between two bartenders who are working the same shift and how one was completely more friendly than the other was. So, first we need to talk about the problem with customer service that we do have. A few things have come to mind when I think about our customer service and what needs to be fixed. The first thing is just a simple lack of smiling and relationship building conversation when customers sit down. Things like, hi, how are you? And just smiling at them when you hand them their drink. Another one is just not paying attention to all of the customers that we have at the bar. For instance, we tend to have a bit of a bias towards customers who are regulars. They get more attention than those who may be first timers or have only been in a couple times. Or we tend more to the customers who are tipping better than others, and we don't really want to pay attention to the ones who aren't tipping us as well, which makes sense but isn't necessarily how we need to handle all of our customers. Also, we just have an overall lack of friendliness sometimes, and just not being nice, which sounds silly because it's not that we're being mean, but the difference between just not being nice and being mean is all over the board. So, what can we do to fix this? I think the solutions here are pretty simple. First of all, we can just start smiling more. When customers sit down, just smile at them and have that relationship building conversation. For instance, hi, how are you today? What can I get for you? Little things like, you look great, what were you doing today? Things like that. Also, we need to start paying attention to everybody who's sitting at the bar, not just our regulars, because you don't want those first timers to not come back because they didn't feel like they were getting all the same attention that everybody else was getting. So, our last thing is just start being nice to everybody. Be nice. Make them feel welcome. Make them feel like this isn't just another bar that they walked into. Make them feel like this is somewhere that they want to come and stay and hang out. So now let's talk about why customer service is really important. First of all, customer service builds a better atmosphere for all of our customers. It makes them feel welcome. It makes them feel warm. It gives off the impression that we're a place that you come in and hang out for a while, not just stop in for a drink and leave because you don't really like how you're being treated. Also, customer service, when it's done right, it encourages them to stay longer. And when they stay longer, they're going to buy more drinks. They're going to maybe buy the food that they weren't planning on buying. And that obviously increases our sales, but the more they buy, the more they're going to tip you. And we all know how important the tips are for your income. So, finally, it improves our customer satisfaction. It makes them feel like they're getting what they came for. They don't feel like they're getting rude service, and it builds that loyalty that we need. It makes them want to come back. For instance, we have a lot of new customers that come in because every week we have bands and they have a fan base, and these customers might not have been to our bar before, but if they get the right service, maybe they're going to want to come back, and that's going to build that loyalty, and maybe they're going to come back more than a couple times afterwards. Maybe they'll bring their friends, and that right there is going to boost our sales. It's going to boost your tips, and we're all going to make more money. So now I would just like to see all of us working towards better customer service. We can maybe start seeing a lot more positive reviews, get more people wanting to come in, and you know what? We're all going to make more money, which is exactly what we want. So, and maybe if we see a major improvement in customer service, we can start talking about some incentives like raises and adding other shifts and stuff like that. So that's it, guys. Let's just work on better customer service. Thanks.